Hello, welcome back to our channel. As you can see, it is Mask Monday. I apologize, I know I look a fright. I love sheet mask. I think they are just really awesome. I was wearing them just about daily, and even people in my family made fun of me, but I really like sheet mask. So welcome to our channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, and thank you all so very much for watching. Please remember to click the thumbs up button for me. I'm smoothing this in. I am using the Tony Moly Lotus mask. This is the one. I don't want to turn it upside down because I keep the remainder of these. There's quite a bit still in there. I keep the remainder and put it all over everywhere as much as I can. That's one reason I love using them nightly, because there's usually enough to lightly go over your entire body when you're done. I know some people save it and use it for other things. I did that before in the past too, but I really like being able to use it to go over. There's what it is again. I'm Lotus. I don't think I've ever used this one before, so we will see how it works. And last week I started reading the book Chasing the Bright Side. It says, embrace optimism, activate your purpose, and write your own story. This is the founder of Headbands for Hope. It's a cancer charity. Her name is Jess Ekstrom. I'm not actually sure how you pronounce that, but if you did not see my Mask Monday last week, if you want to go back and see what the story was about, this is an excellent book. So far I am really pleased with it. It's kind of hard to talk much with these on, but I was thinking, what better way to do Mask Monday? If y'all know, it is a challenge that a bunch of women got together here. I'm sorry, I don't want to waste any of the stuff, but it keeps sliding off my mouth, and I'm just wiping what I get on my hands on my neck. But it's a challenge that a bunch of women on here did to get women to take better care of themselves. So I thought, what better way than to spend the time while this is setting on Mask Mondays than to read from this story that I think may help some of us. So the next part is, maybe she's born with it. She refused to be bored, chiefly because she wasn't boring. By Zelda Fitzgerald. Supposedly said that. I'm assuming it's right. I don't go by any kind of things that people say, others say, because so many people are saying what other people supposedly said, but I'm assuming since it's in the book, she did fact check her quotes. It says, in middle school, you could probably detect my braces from outer space. I was the kid who opened her mouth in the chair at the orthodontist and they had to call for backup. Every tooth had a lever or chain attached to another tooth, and they were all in this together. My teeth were like, hang in there, Jess, we've got this, just don't eat popcorn. Braces were awkward and painful, but I was so thrilled when my mom told me I was getting them. This is because I got to pick the band color, and I had been working up color schemes for a while. And two, I was one step closer to a beautiful, straight-toothed smile. I was not naive about my desperate need for braces. Every day I looked in the mirror and could see I needed a dental intervention. Even though I knew braces could be uncomfortable and I might look funny for a few years, I honestly didn't care. Braces meant I was working toward something better. Braces meant progress toward a beautiful smile, and I was ready for change. Braces were my optimism. As kids, we've just 4 feet of optimism, walking into everything we do like we're going to win, because sometimes we haven't experienced enough to tell us that we might lose. And sometimes as kids, our optimism is so strong that we skillfully find that the good even in the not so great moments. My optimism really lit up when I took on the official role as matchmaker. I apologize, I have not felt good today, but I had to get this video done because I started this story and I want to keep it going every Monday. And my eyes are not quite looking at the pages clearly. During recess, I could play basketball with the boys while all the girls hung out on the swing set. Before recess, I'd talk to the girls and see which boys they were interested in so I could get the scoop on the basketball court. Claire, can you ask Harrelson if he wants to be partners on the language arts project? Lindsay, I know Timmy asked Rebecca to the dance, but we brushed elbows in social studies, so I feel like he definitely likes me now. Can you find out for me? It was like taking orders before I went to Taco Bell. Okay, who likes who? Who wants what? You want that hot, medium, or mild? This was my way of creating my place in the social hierarchy. I'd play matchmaker, so I had some social row to offer the girls' group. Then I'd skip off to the basketball and extract the information I needed from the boys. Hey, Timmy, are you emotionally available right now? Let me pause this for just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I heard the heater click on and it is already too warm in here. I had to go stop it real quick. So, let's see. My favorite part was after recess when we all lined up to go back into school because that's when all the girls would run up to me and I could report my findings. Okay, where was I at? Make myself useful. I would rattle off today's digs. Jess, Timmy's hamster just died. He's still coping. Kendrick would like to ask Sarah or Becca to the dance. Either one is fine, he said. Ryan is looking for someone who can dunk from the free throw line. And for just a brief moment, all eyes were on me. For some reason, I never really made the connection that none of the boys were asking me out. I wasn't girly enough to be in the girl groups or boyish enough to be in the boy groups, so I was the medium in between. I was the matchmaker. I created my own value and purpose, and that was good enough for me. Let's see what we've got here. I can probably finish this part. Childlike optimism. When we are kids, we have this innate optimism within ourselves about what we could be. We're this blank slate of possibilities that has yet to be told there's anything we can't do. You want to go to the moon, sit under the stars, and plan your route. You want to be a dolphin trainer? Here's your whistle. You want to start a restaurant that serves only Jell-O? Buy hundreds of those tiny boxes and get mixing. Nothing is off limits because we haven't experienced limits yet. We haven't been told what's impossible. We haven't equated our scraped knees to our self-worth. We haven't been told our chances are low. We haven't danced with the thought of failure. As kids, we're purely moving as we are because we haven't been told what to be. And when we're in that headspace, we move. We take risk, we jump, and we leap because the consequences of it not working out are not in our vocabulary yet. Imagine what you would do right now if the chance of failure didn't cross your mind. For me, in middle school, that meant chasing this other dream of mine. When I got confident in the matchmaking abilities, I decided to... It's still recording. Yeah. Experiment with another personal passion, writing. For specifically writing something to be published in Chicken Soup for the Soul. Maybe the goals of most 6th grade girls are going out with a boy, making a sports team, or trying not to make their viola squeak. For me, I was in the friend zone with boys basically until college, and I couldn't try out for sports teams until 7th grade. So, Chicken Soup for the Soul seemed like a natural fit in terms of lifelong dreams. It all started when the popular girls would get copies of the book and sit in a circle during recess and discuss the stories, like a modern-day book club minus the wine and cheese or any sort of real-life experience to draw from. I'd overhear them saying lines like, "I couldn't believe he went back for his pony after so much time had passed. I feel like her struggle was what really made her find her strength. After all these years, her twin sister was just right around the corner. Who knew?" I would run over from the basketball court, hot and sweaty, and ignorant of the concept of body odor, and plop down at the edge of their circle, desperate to be in the conversation. Luckily, I was usually wearing a skirt, so it was functional for basketball and book club. Side note, all in favor of skirts making a comeback, me. I actually like skirts. I did. I think skirts are pretty cool. Do y'all think skirts are pretty cool? I still like skirts. I don't know when this was actually written, but I've seen skirts recently. When was this actually written? I don't see it on any of these pages. 2019. Well, I've seen skirts since then, or even before then. Alrighty. Where was I at? I realized that in order for me to stand a chance in the popular group, I had to read Chicken Soup for the Soul. So after school, I told my mom I wanted to run by the bookstore and grab a coffee. This was a surprise because typically my after-school requests centered around ice cream or any other kind of food. That night, I started reading the book, and I had a revelation. These are real people in this book. Real people submit their stories to Chicken Soup for the Soul. I'm a real person, which means I can be in this book. I felt like Elle Woods deciding she was going to go to Harvard. Imagine what what the popular girls would think of me if I didn't just read the book, I was in the book. The thought of me arriving in the carpool lane via limousine with all the kids begging me to autograph their books flashed in my head. My driver would hand me my lunch, which would be chicken fingers and waffle fries, and give me a nod in the rear view mirror before I stepped out into an overwhelming sea of middle schoolers begging for my attention. I think I will leave it at that because this is already 15 minutes. I doubt anybody's going to watch it much past that, if any. So I will pick up right there next Monday. Like I said last week, if anyone really wants to hear more of the story, except for every Mondays, just let me know. I will be glad to read it sometime in between just to be doing it. And this mask is getting pretty dry anyway. I know I look a fright, but like I said, I really love using these parts, and I rub them. When I'm done, I rub them all over my body, and then when this is dry, I will scrape some more back up in it, and I go over my entire body every night after when I do these. So I love doing a mask every night. I don't do them every night, but during the summer I did, and I actually had people complimenting me on how great my skin was looking. So my hair's a mess now because it's gotten wet from that mask. I need to go wash it or something, but it was looking good before before I got it all wet. But okay, I mean, it feels like any other mask. But thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.